All right, guys, we're back in New York City. It's been a while.
I know, right?
A few months. And freezing our butts off, but yeah, tell us what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so the goal today is to try to find some great whiskey. We might hop into some stores. We're gonna go to some really cool bars. The place we're staying is at the Hyatt Union, and they actually have a place called like Library of Spirits, where there's like hundreds and hundreds of different rare spirits that you could try. So that'll be really fun.
Actually, let's cross here.
We also have Chelsea and Kelsey with us. So they're going to be forced to drink whiskey with us. Well, Chelsea can't because there's a little baby on the way. Do you remember some of the other whiskey bars that we've been to in our previous trips to New York City?
Yeah. I really like the Parlor Room.
Oh, the Parlor Room was great.
That was like, their selection was really nice. Their cocktails were fun too. And what a gorgeous place.
Gorgeous place.
The Flatiron Room?
Yes.
Because they have two locations. I think Nomad was one. That was a very... Their single barrels. I remember they had a purple top single barrel. Delicious.
That's what I was going to say. They actually had a lot of single barrels.
Yep. So they had a good selection.
And they have multiple locations in New York.
Yes.
We didn't get to go to some of the places. I know Brooklyn has like 2 or 3 quality whiskey bars.
But we still haven't gone to Travelers. That's
So really, like, you would think there'd be more, but a lot of bars close in New York.
I know, there's so much turnover.
All right, so first stop of the day, we're going to Bar Snack right here. It was actually recommended by one of our friends, Beth, who is with Florida Cognac Rum. And it's a big industry bar because we know other bartenders also that have been to this bar. They just opened in New York City. Heard some good things. We're going to check it out, and I'm going to shoot a reel as well. I feel guilty because I just learned about this from our friend Tober in Austin. But these are called snackeries.
Look how big my hand is.
You do have big hands.
I don't know why.
But they're basically baby daiquiris.
Oh, it's not updating. But it's like 360.
It's good. It's good. I like daiquiri. Are we still in Union Square, or are we?
We're getting close to Alphabet City, so we're like more east.
But yeah, super cool cocktails. I got this Twisted Tea cocktail in a can. It's called Big Twee Energy. Passion fruit twisted tea cooler with Italian bitter and grapefruit. For me, I like it. It's very balanced but also sweet.
I got the Fish Food Old Fashioned, bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, and marshmallow. It's definitely different than a regular Old Fashioned.
I've noticed that too, yeah.
But how about the vibe in here?
Very like old school.
Yeah, I love the walls and like the BC walls.
But fun little first stop for some drinks. And then now we're going to go to Great Jones next, which is one of the only whiskey distilleries in Manhattan,
Yep.
like the main city area. So that'll be fun, but this is a great start.
Cheers.
First time trying Great Jones Distilling. People in high school used to call me what?
The Great Jones!
Because that's my last name, baby. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's actually good whiskey.
Especially with that scarf.
Always a thing. It's actually gorgeous in here.
I know. Look at that, disassembled.
Yeah, so we just got in, and it looks like their downstairs bar is currently open. We're gonna sit down. They have like a prohibition hour, which is the happy hour, which is cool. They have an old fashioned on there, but they also said they had a smoked old fashioned, so you know I had to get that because today we're shooting best old fashions in New York City, so I thought that'd be perfect for our video. Also, I wanted to show this off. This is like some of their whiskeys. I love their bottle design. But check out the Basquiat one. How crazy. I'm going to actually ask if we can get a closer look at that, but gorgeous design. I almost want to take one home because you think it like sold out was probably like a rare
good
release.
point, yeah.
We're going to have to find out because that looks super cool.
Plain?
Alright, so basically I take this smoke top here, add a bit of our applewood chips.
Fire.
Cheers, my friends.
Thank you so much. I mean,
I
look
do
how...
a nice little exhale before you take a sip. You might,
Okay.
You might get a little too much smoke on you there. I've seen people choke up.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
that's nice.
The smoke's a nice little add.
Look, there's also a little ice on there.
Sweet.
This could be tough with the old fashioned for what we're doing.
Through the tour, they take you to the distillery, and you work your way down there. You do a flight, kind of a guided tasting down there. And then we have the third floor, which is our penthouse, which is primarily just event space, really.
Yeah.
Private events, stuff like that. And then the second floor is the tasting bar, which, like I said, is closed today, but normally is open.
So we ordered ourselves a flight because we got to try their whiskey neat and see what our thoughts are. This is the one I was telling you guys about with the special design. So we found out it's just their regular bourbon, but it's a limited release with the art on it, which is super cool. I'm actually going to see if that's still available. And then we're going to do the flight, which is their regular bourbon. Wait, straight? That one's straight. Oh, four grain rye. And then this one is finished peated scotch for 2 years, which is pretty long.
And then peat. That's going to be an interesting one.
That's going to be super interesting. So we're going to dive into that. And then also, you got a paper plane?
Yeah. It's delicious.
You're a big paper plane guy.
I am.
Well, you're a big guy, but
Because I'm not.
I'm Italian? Oh, awesome.
special art release?
Yeah, so
or was there more to it?
We did a collaboration with the Basquiat estate. So Jean-Michel Basquiat is, as you might be familiar, an artist based out of Brooklyn. Really famous artist back in like the 80s. Was what's the Andy Warhol? He was like one of his proteges, good friends, kind of a crazy iconic New York artist, right? And also, fun fact, he dated Madonna, and he's part of the reason why she was starting to get famous, because he was like, hey guys, like I know I'm cool, my art's cool, but like check out my girlfriend's music, it's pretty
No
good.
way.
Yeah, so he
That's
dated
actually
Madonna
wild.
back in the day. Unfortunately, he is part of the 27 Club, and he lived down the street on Great Jones, and his work was extremely anti-capitalist, so he would probably hate this, but blame his family, you know, and his family, and I'm not sure exactly what the conversations were that we had, but we basically last summer did a collaboration with the Basquiat estate where we had a couple original Basquiat pieces down in our cellar, and it had it decorated to be like an old 80s subway cart. Really cool down there. And
Are these still available, or are they like all gone?
we still have these ones.
Okay.
These bottles, and actually both of these we still have. We had some other ones last year. We don't have any more. We used to have a bunch of merch that was also Basquiat merchandise.
Because I'm tempted to get one of these if these are still available.
Yeah, that's the same price as this. So $40
Oh,
you
heck
get
yeah.
the alternate art. That house kind of cool.
Love that.
I did the Fey Dreams.
Do you like it?
I love it. It is right up my alley.
Well, regardless, I want you to
Herbal?
try the rye, which I tried before,
Okay.
and tell me your thoughts, because I know you love rye so much. Did you like the rye, Jeremiah?
Yes. But the two most interesting, and so therefore best to me, are these guys. The peated finish and the, what was this cast finish?
That's a Pinot de Chardonnay, which is
That one.
dessert
Pe-
wine.
I want to try that.
They
for- yeah.
shut off.
This is a wild one. Way different. So,
See, the nose wasn't my favorite because I don't like the piney, but the taste is amazing.
It tastes as if you rubbed rosemary on a Werther.
A what?
A Werther?
I don't know what
Those
that is.
caramel candies?
Oh, okay.
That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, those are good tasting notes.
She does this all the time. I'm like, I'm supposed to be the one that knows.
You've got
and
a good palate,
She
yeah.
has the best palate.
Well, you know, actually, statistically, women actually have better palates.
Really?
than men.
I-
Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
why our whiskey's badass, because our head distiller is a woman, and a lot of our distillers are women.
Oh my god.
So the people that design
Wow.
how this tastes have more informed palates because they're women, and
That makes a lot of sense.
we all have our strengths. You know?
Yep. So I moved from Jersey to Austin, Texas. He still lives in New Jersey.
So different.
And there's a place called Milam and Green, and that's another one. Like the head distiller is a woman. The owner.
Bakery whiskey.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. So like we're big supporters of them as well.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, our head distiller is insane. I love her.
Cool.
She's a nut. Like, she's like you wouldn't pick her out of a crowd and say, oh yeah, that's your head distiller.
Oh wow.
Like one of the other distillers we used to have here, she's like an Instagram model. Like I'm not exaggerating.
Really?
Like straight up wearing like, you know, cool like crazy outfits that some brand sent her.
Very New York, probably.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And just like drop dead gorgeous and pushing barrels around. filling
No
stuff
way.
Up. Like we have a pretty cool team here.
Oh, I love that. So do you approve?
Absolutely.
So really cool, but after somebody on their team actually recognized us, and even though they were pretty swamped with tours, they were nice enough to actually show us around their whole facility. I mean, they had multiple floors, they had a tasting room, they showed us where they do their distilling to make the whiskey, some of the plans they have for the future. As you can see here, this is actually their speakeasy that they have. They'll do different events in here. They're currently doing their holiday event, which is Whiskey Wonderland, because this was December when we came. But anyway, we are officially a huge fan of Great Jones. Like I said, we didn't know much about them before, but now you'll be seeing us reviewing and talking about them more in the future.
The reason why is because it's incredibly nutrient rich.
Oh.
I forget what the stats are, but most soil is, you know, something like 25% organic matter, or that soil up there is like 75 to 90%, they say. So with that, the grains actually take on different qualities. So that's why the rye, even though it's still spicy, has a lot of that botanical and sweet compounds to it. And then the corn, which you guys know is usually very sweet, is actually a bit spicier. So the straight bourbon you had is very high corn content in that mash, but it's real spicy.
Right. It wasn't like
that's
ultra
because
sweet.
Corn,
Yeah.
The corn and the rye, the grains in general all take on slightly different qualities because of that nutrient-rich soil up there in the Black Turkey.
So that's why I found the wheated a little bit more mellowed
Yes,
than
the
the
wheat kind
straight.
of smooths it out.
Yeah.
That straight, and it's higher proof.
Right.
But the straight bourbon really has a little bit more of a bite to it.
Yeah. So maybe the right proof point then for that, because it's spicier. If it was higher proof, it might be like too spicy.
Yeah. I know everybody tries to use this word, but like very approachable. So I feel like it has its own unique taste.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can introduce it to a lot of people that are like interested in trying whiskey. You know.
Yeah, and especially with that lineup too. When we do the tours, you know, the traditional tour, you get that straight bourbon, the 4-grain, and the rye. Everybody kind of leaves with a favorite. A lot of people that don't drink as much whiskey tend to lean towards the 4-grain because it's just a little subtler. And then some of the you know, people that really like their whiskey, a lot of people go crazy for the rye, like how I feel.
Yeah.
Really kind of gravitate towards the rye. Some people love the straight bourbon. Some people like the a little bit of that. Yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah.
I like a little spice in my bourbon, so I like the straight a lot.
I prefer milk. Just
I was like, what are you talking
One
about?
glass of milk, please.
I don't know that.
We want to go down.
Yeah, we can head down the stairs so you guys can kind of see the stairwell. Just careful with your step; it's a little narrow.
Gorgeous.
All right. Give me a recap. What's your thoughts on Great Jones now that we've...
Very nice.
Wait, no, you're not.
I mean, I'm sorry. No, really, really cool place. And actually, good product. Yes.
Great whiskey.
And-
Crazy about designs. I mean, look at these minis. We're suckers for minis. If I didn't have to fly back so much whiskey that we got when I was visiting.
True. The regular lineup is solid. 100% solid. But I think the special ones, where this one...
I'm surprised. Are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about maybe getting one?
Because it seems like this is the only place that you can get it.
Yes.
These are distillery exclusives.
This
so
box is crazy.
You can't get it at a store.
Oh, 150 is up there.
Pinot de Chardonnay.
This was the best one. This was Jeremiah's favorite.
Very, very great. And super interesting to do bourbon finished in peated Scotch.
I did like it.
And they finished in the peated Scotch for 2 years.
2 years. So it's not like a 6-month
I know
finish.
I look ridiculous, by the way. It's just.
But that's
it's
how we
cool to
do it
show
in New
those
York,
off.
baby.
Anyway,
But yeah, cool stuff.
Really, really happy to have popped in.
Next spot, back to the hotel to Hyatt. Oh, how fun. So it can burn and then we're done with it. And oh, it does smell really good.
Yeah.
Also, it says Jones. That's why I feel like I have to get the
Yeah.
mini. Like, should I get the rye mini just to have it?
Maybe.
Babe, should I get the rye mini just to have it?
If you get it, we're doing shots of it.
No.
So
you can't
it's a
open it.
collectible.
Oh, well then get a t-shirt.
All right, we'll talk about this off camera. All right, so we just ordered some Weller 12 year, And then, we had to try the Beyonce bourbon that's out. Sir Davis. So this will be fun.
Beautiful bottle.
It is a nice bottle, and I've heard actually good things for it being a celebrity whiskey. So let's give it a try and see what we think.
So we just found out not so great news that they're going to close next week
So
permanently.
we were literally going to shoot a reel, but we're just not going to shoot a reel now. Enjoy our whiskey and just let it be what it is.
So yeah, they're closed next week. They're going to redesign this bar. Apparently new ownership. There's apparently another one in Oklahoma City.
Yes, I saw that.
But there's so many bottles here.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
What a
Like,
gorgeous concept in place. But
What do they do with all the bottles while they
apparently they're selling them.
seriously, look at all
Yeah,
these
I'm sure
whiskeys.
the next concept they'll have, but still, I thought it was a great concept.
It's a whole room of spirits. It's at the Hyatt, but this came up. It's funny because we don't find that many whiskey bars. For how many bars are in New York, there's not that many
Straight
whiskey
up
bars.
whiskey bars.
Yes.
I guess there's not enough old men, right?
Well, that's why we're here, Papa.
I got the Sir Davis. Thank you, Beyonce.
Yeah, it's
tasty.
Beyonce's whiskey.
I don't support her.
First
Why?
of all,
You can say it.
Well, I mean, also, she just got nominated for the best country album.
That's your reason? I thought you were going to say, she was involved in, war or something like that.
No, she's involved in, the whole entire big P. Diddy thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Whoa, I didn't know you were such, a P. Diddy, you're going after him and trying to, cancel the calls.
Yep. I don't.
I slipped on baby oil one time, and
Yeah, you know what?
So many edits. I'm going to have to make so many edits to this.
anyway, I
Okay.
tried this.
Wait, so this is
Sir Davis.
Sir Davis.
By
You're giving it a review.
Beyonce. But who was the distiller on this? It was somebody famous. I have to look it up. But they had a lot of experience in distilling. I thought it was Scotch, but anyway.
I don't know anything about it.
I will say. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I think you should.
Oh,
try.
no, don't do that to me. Okay.
Let's get a reaction.
I literally don't know anything about this. First,
Except it's a beautiful bottle.
am I going crazy? That smells like pickle.
It might be my breath. No, it
me-
shouldn't smell like
tell
pickle.
me
I
this smells like-
didn't smell it.
Okay, let go of it.
Does that smell like pickle? Yes, dude.
No,
Like
I get
garlic
a
vinegar.
grape.
Okay, well, garlic vinegar. Yeah, so that's in there.
I get pickle too. It smells
Okay.
like a pickleback or something.
Yes, that's what
No, but the sweetness from pickle?
like a jar. If you
Like,
open up
who
a
has
jar.
a sweet
Really?
Like a little bit of both.
I
Not
smell
like
a lot of
not
grape
like bread and
must.
butter.
And this is bourbon.
Not bread and butter.
No, it's American whiskey because we're from America. So
Because they asked if they could sit in the corner of the match, and he was like, no.
Okay. The nose is throwing me off. Now I get why people say the nose is so important.
Unless they just don't care because they're like,
It's not bad. I actually don't. You're not wrong.
I'm very surprised by it. I'm trying to find the price, but
Isn't it like 60, 70 or something like
I
that?
got a rum
I
drink.
thought it might be 80. But
This is delicious.
master distiller Bill Lumsden.
Oh yeah.
That's very good.
So they use Pedro Jimenez sherry cask with their rye.
Sherry.
To bring this up to the
Sherry.
That smell is throwing me off. I do not like this.
Ginger?
Ginger for sure on the taste. Why did you?
It
find
says
the nose?
aroma is not pickle.
Well, I don't think they would want to tell people that.
Aroma is tangy Seville oranges mingle with soft sun-kissed raisins while sizzling spices of clove, cinnamon, and ginger
Did they
play
refill
with
that bottle?
taste rich and buttery toffee, cinnamon, clove, rye, biscuits, finish, honey,
That's mine.
I know.
Okay. No, I'm
plum,
just saying,
and ripe cherries.
that smells like bourbon. That's well or 12 year.
Yeah.
If that smelled like pickles, we have a
What if it
problem.
was just the glass I pickle juice in from the previous?
Shoot, now it does. Kind
You
of
get
smell
okay.
like
You
that.
do get it.
Darn, when you hold it very high.
Yeah. No, this one. I don't get it.
Even the right glass for this?
I mean, these are okay. I mean, you can do whiskey in these glasses. The Glencairns are nicer because they have the smaller, so you get like a better nose. But like, it's so strong, it's fine.
Yeah.
What was your last memory of Weller 12 year?
Dive bar in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
And I'm shocked because in Jersey, we wouldn't be able to find Weller 12 anywhere. But in Austin, I find it everywhere. I've had it for like $11 for a pour in Austin. I went through...
Honestly, that's fair.
Fair.
I think that's actually a great price because not my favorite out of the lineup of
I
Wellers.
went from liking it to hating it. And right now, actually,
In the big glass.
I'm not hating it, but I hate it for being an allocated hard to find bottle. I don't mind it if you put it next to Buffalo Trace. If somebody was like, Buffalo Trace is $30, $28, whatever. Weller 12 is $28, $30. I wonder which one I would like more.
Right. This is 36 and let's just say $10 more than Buffalo Trace.
Would I take Weller 12 over Buffalo Trace? I'm trying to like erase from my mind that it's allocated because my tater brain wants to say yes.
Yeah. You're
But
like,
I will almost,
only...
but my non-tater brain is like, I might like Buffalo Trace more. My problem with Weller 12 year, it's way too oaky. And it's only 12 years. So
And
it's
you're
like,
funny because Elijah Craig 18 is a really great pour of yours.
So maybe it's just like oak on a weirder side, like maybe drier, whereas Elijah Craig is like a sweeter oak, in my opinion. The whiskey world is like toss up on Elijah Craig 18 year because it's like a $200 bottle. It can go for $300, but 50% of people like it, 50% of people don't. Personally, we love it. Now, are we saying it's one of the best whiskeys out there? Absolutely not. But we just feel like the hate has gone too far, in my opinion. I still think it's a great bottle. But try this Weller 12 and tell me what you think real quick, because I want to see your thoughts. When was the last time you tried it?
It's been a while. Oh my god, it smells so fruity.
I know, it's a little sweeter than I was
Heck?
expecting.
I mean, compared to the rye,
That's probably a
Finish in Pedro
big
Jimenez?
factor, yeah.
it's not bad for
It's, you know what it is?
MSRP.
It's bad when you have it next to Weller Full Proof.
100%. There's...
Of the Wellers, it's one of the worst.
Yeah. I would actually take special reserve.
Don't, no. Okay, we're
Oops.
cutting this off. We're going to edit this part out. No, I'm kidding. I only say that because I'm the biggest hater of Weller Reserve. I've tried it so many times and I still hate it to this day.
12 is... certainly pleasant. It's not like a horrible, but yeah, I'm choosing something else.
Yeah. So after this...
don't chase that.
Yeah, don't chase Weller 12. If you can get it for MSRP, it's fun to have just one at home.
For sure.
I wouldn't even get a backup. But yeah. Now, do you want to, after this, go to somewhere that's going to stay open?
Yeah, we should probably pick a place that's gonna...
Okay.
This is what we do. We close places.
All right, so we're at Cote. Is that how you say Cote? We just ordered something that we've never done before. This is a $75 cocktail.
Mine's not. Mine's only 45.
Only $45. Can you explain? Let's jump into 75 first.
The 75 Johnny Walker Blue. There's like a bunch of... Look at this. Walk the walk with this old fashioned.
So it's a $75 old fashioned. Yo, this is going to be part of the
Is
real.
this the best old fashioned?
Yeah.
This is certainly the most expensive.
So what is yours now for the 45? What did you get?
I got the Hermes Yamazaki 12 green tea, so it's a highball.
That's actually crazy. All right, we're just super tossed up because this is definitely a nice little. What is this, Korean barbecue? Would you say?
Yeah.
And there's some pricey items on here, but we're looking at this omakase for $2.25 a person, but it comes with almost everything.
Well, guess what? I'm only eating from this section.
Bro. Also, what do you say, the Kobe beef?
Yep. I'm just make that into like a meatball for me.
Bro, 90 an ounce, he said. That's crazy.
Off menu. Off menu.
Off menu. All right, I'll take 5 or 14 right now.
Thank you. Have a good night. We're gonna start here with the filet mignon for you. Give me a soft, tender steak to begin. Perfect for wrapping in the lettuce.
Oh, wrap that in the lemon?
Yeah. You can either eat it on its own or you can wrap it up. This really depends on how you would enjoy this.
So another old fashioned and another different old fashioned. This one's actually kind of like bitter, like the apple. Really interesting take. Look at this place.
We had to vlog it before we head out, but this was voted one of the best bars in New York City, or in the U.S. actually. And Katana Kitten, or Kitten Katana? I keep mixing it up.
I think it's Katana Kitten.
Okay.
Great place. It was really
Great
fun.
place. Definitely fun.
Five Guys looks good. What's up there?
All right, it's absolutely freezing in New York right now, but there's a speakeasy that we've never been to before, and we've been dying to go to, and it's literally in a Five Guys. You have to walk through the Five Guys, and it's back there, so we're gonna check it out.
Right here to the left.
Yeah, we can grab a drink and then just stand.
I'm so sorry, babe.
All right, we're finishing the night. Carnegie Club, one of our favorite places. We have a good memory here. What are you smoking on?
It was My Father La Opulencia.
Do you still keep all the wrappers?
I do keep the bands because I think they're just like artwork. I think the Sinatra band needs to be here because that's such a vibe.
Well, was that my birthday?
Yeah.
So we came here like 2019 for my birthday.
Yeah, pre-COVID. But wear a suit, listen to Sinatra.
Yep.
Have a good cigar. They have pretty good pours.
Great pours, great cigars. The place is gorgeous. And then I have an aging room, which I'm a big fan of. We were smoking this a lot during.
You'll love these.
Yes. Big fan of these. And then I had a marshmallow cocktail, which was with whiskey and mezcal, actually. But you just ordered a whiskey pour with
the
Bruichladdich.
18 year. And Bruichladdich is known for, it's an Isla Scotch.
Yep.
So, like, usually pretty peaty. This one's not too bad. This is like, it goes actually pretty good with a cigar. So, I know that, like, the newest one actually got, like, it's in the top 25 of Whiskey Advocate night.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Is the Whiskey Advocate like just whiskey in general, or is that Scotch's?
no, they have bourbon. I think they're, what was number one this year? I forget. But
And it's all whiskeys.
right.
Interesting.
Rye,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, this Bruichladdich, pretty good for a Scotch. I usually like the sherry cats, like non-peated, but this one, pretty good.
And I think you said it, but it's an 18 year. 18 year. I actually tried it for somebody who doesn't like super peated scotches. I really do like this one. There's not a lot of peat. There's a lot more sweetness to it for a scotch. Pretty damn good.
It's like appley, like
Yes, I did get that.
pear, like those stone fruits and stuff.
Yep. Do you know what the price was per quart for like an 18 year Bruichladdich?
Blacked out.
Oh shit. I know it wasn't bad because he wouldn't order a pour if it was actually like a terrible price.
True.
So it was a decent price. We got some good cocktails, whiskey pours.
I feel like a bottle is actually pretty reasonable too, like at 150, 160 bucks.
Okay. That's what I was gonna say. Like honestly, as somebody who's not a Scotch person, that's something I would definitely get. But
Especially
yeah,
Isla, like without doing like Highland. I think we talked about this before. You know, I typically like the Highland stuff, like Macallan or Glendronach, Glenlivet, you know, that kind of stuff. But the Bruichladdich, really, really.
they do it right. All right, I'm tired. That's what New York City does to you.
Sucks you in and spits you out.
Moral of the story for me is you got to stay more than one night if you want to do New York right. One night is kind of hard.
I get there's just so much to do. That's the other problem.
Yes.
You know? And we're like trying to hit as many bars. Then we started getting recommendations. You know, it turns into a whole thing.
Yeah, New York
But
City.
It was a blast.
It was an absolute blast. We got to try one of the best bars in the country and the world. It said 27th in the world, Katana
Whoa.
Kitten, and it said 12th in the U.S.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. And then Cote was an amazing dinner. I absolutely loved that. And going to Great Jones was a highlight for me too.
Yeah.
So
Carnegie Club's always a good time as well.
yes, we didn't really show that much being there, but man, cigars and whiskey, such a great time. So yeah, that concludes the New York City trip. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. We're gonna have more city visits, searching for whiskey coming soon.
Cheers.